Hello, class. This is lesson 4.2, the certified part of the Hawk system. I'm going to work through these problems here. These are going to be very similar to the ones you have. They won't be exactly the same, but the numbers will be slightly different. But we'll work through these as we go. So problem number one, right? This is an addition problem for decimals. So I'm going to write it down here in a column format, and then we'll also check our work using our calculator. So 62, and if I look at these numbers first, I notice the max decimals I have are 2, right, up to the 100th place. So I'm going to go ahead and put in our 2 placeholders to help us out. So then 78.57, 194.60, 164.41. And these are all addition. 7 plus 1 is 8. So we'll do this out by hand, then we'll check on our calculator. So 10, that'd be 15, carry the 1, 10, 11, 15, 19, carry the 1, 7, 14, 23, 29, carry the 2, 2, 3, 4. So let's check our work, right? That's why you have your calculators. So please use them, very handy. So 62 plus 78.57 plus 194.6 plus 164.41. I get 499.58. I agree, so we type it in. 499.58, and there we go. All right, question 2, find the sum. So this one here is the same exact type problem, all except the order is a little bit different. So they've already got it formatted in a column format for us. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this over. So 39.5, I'm going to add our placeholder there. 85.98, up 29.73. I got it out of order, but that's okay, right? 37.00, and it's all addition. So let's add these up, then we'll check on our calculator. Plus 3 is 11, carry the 1, 6, 15, that's 22, carry the 2, 11, 16, 25, 32, carry the 3, 6, 14, 16, 19, 192.21. So let's check our work. So 39.5 plus 29.73 plus 85.98 plus 37, 192.21. I agree. So let's key it in. 192.21. And there we go. Okay. Question 3 is the same type of problem. Then I'm going to have to add a couple pages here to my work. All right, so this is problem number 3. So 24.55, 112. I'm going to add the zeros up. So notice this last number here has 4 decimals. So I'm going to add the 2 other zeros here as our placeholders. 108.0200, and then our last number 132.3186, and it's all addition. So you have to be careful with your housekeeping, as I call it. So the 6, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3 and 5 is 8. So 6, there's 10, so 16, carry the 1. 3, 4, 7, and 3. So let's check our work. So 24.55. So I'm using my calculator right now. 1112 plus 108.02 plus 132.3186. 376.8886. Now I can hear you saying, well, why would I even do this by hand if I'm using my calculator? Well, that's up to you. So I recommend doing it by hand just to keep your skills sharp, but definitely check your work in your calculator. Okay, problem 4, you scroll down here. So again, it's an addition problem. So number 4, so I get 79.92, 47, my placeholders, and then 6.50. So again, just be careful, right? When you're columns, you don't get out of order. So 2, 9 plus 5 is 14. Carry the 1, 10, 17, 23, carry the 2, 9 and 4, 13. And again, check your work. 79.92. So I'm using my calculator right now. Plus 47 plus 6.5. 133.42. You say, well, these aren't that hard. Well, no, it's just the refreshers. It's just making sure you know how to use your calculator, also how to do it out by hand. Okay. Number 5 here, same type of problem. Getting a little bit more complicated, right? So we just got to be careful with our housekeeping. So 123 and 3 zeros. 185.87 add the 0, 170.6 add the 2 zeros. So again, you just got to be careful. So 5, 7, 8 plus 6 is 14. Carry the 1, 3 and 1's 4, so that's a 9. 4, so we got 10, 19. Carry the 1. We'll get 5. So let's check our work. So I'm on my calculator right now. 005 plus 123 plus 185.87 plus 170.6. 599.475. I agree. So key it in. Now I'm doing this, on that side work. This numbers over here would be what you'd be working on your scratch paper beside your lesson. Uh-oh. I put it in incorrectly, I guess. Let me try this again. So I'm gonna do this on my calculator. So 66.883. That's what I said. These are, they're not hard, but it's very easy to make mistakes. Plus 39.4. Let me try this again. So I get 430.303. There we go. Sorry about that. So you can check my work and figure out where I did wrong. All right, so this one here, now this one's a little bit more exciting. So let's see if we can figure this out. So this is number 6. So this is what we call a signed operations, right? So we got a negative 17.7 plus a negative plus a negative plus a positive. All right. So now how can we do this? Well, there's a couple different options, right? One, we can look at it, this one, these first 3 numbers by themselves and add them together, because the absolute values, so the absolute value of negative 17.7 is a positive, right? Same thing for the other one. So if I add those first 3 numbers together and then make it a negative, it's the same idea. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to do 17.7 plus 4.3 plus 14.9. So I get 19, carry the 1, 8, 12, 16, carry the 1, 36.9. But since they're all 3 negative, this is a negative 36.9. So now my problem becomes negative 36.9 plus 11.2. So in a sense, this is going to be 11.2 minus 36.9. So how can we do that easier? Well, we can do 36.9 minus 11.2. And we know it's going to be, so we can subtract. So we get 7, 5, and 2, 25.7. But since this is the bigger number, our answer is going to be negative 25.7. So let's check our work. Again, use your calculator, right? And just be sure you use the negative symbol, not the subtraction. Negative 17.7 plus negative 4.3 plus negative 14.9 plus 11.2. I get negative 25.7. So negative 25.7. And there we go. And then the last one, right? This is number 7. This is the same type of idea, except we have 2 negatives. So if I add these together, the absolute values. So in other words, if I add 7.5 plus 9.1, I get 6, 9 and 7, 16. I get 16.6, but since they're both negative, our answer is going to be negative. So I get negative 16.6. And again, check your work in your calculator to make sure you're good. And there we go. So this was lesson 4.2, addition, subtraction with decimals. So review this, and if you have any questions, please ask. All right, thank you very much.